getting the opportunity. One of the few youngsters that have been included in his team. Malak could have been given the opportunity with Karaya leaving. Graves was adjusted for a single there. He was sent back by Bishop. One to the Teddy Bishop.
Good shot there by the young man. On this occasion, he was certainly in control of the shot, and this time around looked to keep it down.
That's going to be 4 to Justin Graves. Well played. Not looking for hit the ball. It was there to be just ticked away, and that he did.
Yes, Raja, in this occasion, just straight into the pads of Justin Graves and just got sufficient bat onto it. And the ball just raced down through the vacant leg region and got himself 4 easy runs and moved on the total now to 153 for the loss of 2 wickets for the West Indies.
Sweetly played by Graves. No run. Has been a good bowler's dominating the last couple of days in this series, and now Greg, something for the batsman.
Yes, certainly the batsman would be pleased with the deck today. I think once you prepared to spend some time out in the middle, you would have gotten just reward.
You would have fun playing on this pitch if you had the opportunity to?
Oh, most certainly. I think most persons who have the opportunity to play out there, as a batsman, you do relish the opportunity. It's always a good deck. You know you could trust the bounce, play through the line of the ball, you could play on the up. So it's always a good wicket to bat on.
Run down to 2nd man there. By Justin Graves. So one. It's one more delivery in the over. 134 for the loss of 2. The sun peaking over the Boseju Hills as we speak. that point. 134 for the low. And Danishes underlines that point. Loss of 2. 134 for the low. And Danishes underlines that point. Loss of 2.
Yes, good delivery to end the over. As we always say, close the over. And that he was able to do. Just 6 coming from the over. Still a good productive over for West Indies. But Raja, as you indicate, it's some 31 run. So far. So the equation for the West Indies is 144 more in 126 balls. Where the required rate inching closer to.
time we see it from the fielders as well. Teddy Bishop looking to pull this one away. Rushed on a bit. He's gone past 20, he's on 21. Looked as though it's Mukidul Islam Mukdo. Down the leg side. Hand to hook there, but started very straight and going down with the angle. Fire there from Mugdo. Looking to launch that one back at the stumps. Not Graves though.
at least on this over, I started. Things very tight, 2-dot deliveries.
No chance for a leg before there. Gonna be leg buys, signaled by the umpire. Bishop to do something from Teddy Bishop, and Greg Wilson acknowledges it to the pause as it races away for 4.
Yes, certainly beautifully played there by young Teddy Bishop. Mugdo on this occasion just serving one doorstep, half volley, just launch into this one. The man at the force, a good shot there by Bishop.
This time, loud appeal. It has been heading down the leg side. Umpire Dayton Butler, he headed down the leg side as well. Yes, I didn't see any signal from the umpire. It looks to have been some pat on it. 148 for the loss of 2. Completes the over, and at the end of it, it's 48 for 2. 32 overs have been bowled, and West Indies, they need a further 130 runs of 109 deliveries. Mugdo has bowled 5 overs, none for 23. Teddy Bishop is on 26, and Justin Graves, he's on 11.
Yes, good batting by these two out there. We saw a lovely drive by Teddy Bishop. And certainly the young man is growing in confidence. He looked like he is settled and looking to play edgy ball on its merit. Hope we do not put the commentators' curse on him, but he's looked impressive this time around.
He has really put his head down and he's chalked passes. So as a team, yeah,
most certainly.
Bishop gets one. They're speaking about Sami cricket ground. And the amount of history that it would have had. And that Darren Sami cricket ground, well, 150 comes up for the West Indies. A1 needed again in 105 deliveries. Darren Sami cricket ground was previously known as the Bose Shoe ground, and it was renamed the Darren Sami Army Cricket Ground in July of 2012 and 2016 ICC World T20 tournaments. It was built back in 2002 and now with a capacity of just around 13,000 persons. It is the home of the St. Lucia Kings in the CPL. And in 2006, Greg would have known the stadium would have hosted the first ever day-night ODI in the West Indies after becoming the first stadium in the region to install flood lighting. So that's the Darren Sammy Cricket Ground. Too full and too straight.
For the World Cup, there were two temporary stands that were placed there. You had one between the electronics cupboard and the punch-out stand.
Party stand is everywhere. Party stand, the Trini Posse in Trinidad.
Have you ever experienced cricket in any Pakistan?
Well, I have not. Well, for the West Indies versus India series, I would have had a little experience of that at the Brian Lara Cricket Academy. And but I plan to, Greg, I already have my ticket to the Brian Lara Cricket Academy for the Trinidad and Tobago Night Riders versus the Jamaica Talawas contest. I'll be in the party stand. You find me there.
Okay, sir. Enjoy for two, that's all I can say.
Enjoy for two?
Yeah.
I'll try my best. So you do two in the party stand here in Boseju.
Well, actually, I should have in comment, so I would have no time to make the party stand.
Well, Greg, you could enjoy the commentary for me as well. Enjoy the atmosphere. Is back into the attack, and when they would have needed breakthroughs in that first game, Greg, that would have been the man to get them the Bangladeshi team. He's back in, and they're in a similar situation, this time with more runs on the board.
So clearly Terry Bishop has realized that the scoring rate is now heading close to 8 now, and you see that he's looking to up the ante a bit. He has been out there for a while now, 30 or 40 deliveries.
This one pull away, and this could run away, but the fielder from long on comes around and they'll have to settle for one run. That's Teddy Bishop.
Bit of poor running by this stove by Graves. Teddy certainly wanted a second run. But Justin Graves seems to have other ideas.
I think Justin Graves would be the aggressor in this partnership, but Bishop really trying hard to get the ball away. It's good batting, good running, turning the strike over nicely. Justin Graves, the immediate effect as well. Very soon we may see another water break in this innings. This was into the air. He could be out here. He could have thrown away his hand near Teddy Bishop, and that he did. My, oh my.
Well, certainly you could have seen the trap was set. From second, the foot delivery, in the over, that the ball was banging short. And Mugdu did realize that he was looking to go over the top. Well, certainly this one was too high. Really could not control it. And the fielder came around and took a relatively easy catch. So after doing all the hard work, one would say a sort of soft dismissal.
A soft dismissal indeed. And with that dismissal, the water break has been taken as well. We'll take a short one and be back with more action. The West Indies looking to get 278 for victory. They need another 123 of 97 balls. And at the moment, they've lost 3 wickets, 7 wickets in hand. Bangladesh looking to reshoot them as well. Well, we are ready to resume here after drinks break. Tevin Imlach partners with Justin Graves now. And Graves just taking strike to end the over. And at the end of it, it's 155 for the loss of 4 wickets. Well, actually 3 wickets, sorry. And that man just being dismissed was Teddy Bishop for 31.
Yes, one could have seen clearly that Mukto was looking to set Teddy Bishop up. It was a barrage of shot bowling, and the one who got him out certainly was not in control of that delivery. Was Bongs and was outside the horse and really looked to pull across and really was not in control and presented a relatively easy catch to the man running into the midwicket area.
Saeed Khalid Ahmed. And he's gone! Run out was Justin Graves. And my, oh my, Greg Wilson. 4 wickets down now for the West Indies. A mix-up in the middle. Turned into the onside. Imlach was looking to run the single. He called through Graves and then...
I think on this occasion, I think Graves was the one backing up a bit too much. There was a non-existent single. I think had Imlach gone for the single, he himself would have been run out with that direct hit.
Well, Imlach took off.
The initial movement.
And Graves would have taken off as well. But as you said, backing up a bit too much. So he wouldn't have had that amount of time to just get back quickly. And in the end, he was left stranded.
So 2 quick wickets. West Indies losing 2 wickets there. And certainly this would have set them back tremendously. And you would have 2 new batsmen at the crease. Just what Bangladesh would have wanted.
Tevin Imlach facing up to Khalid Saeed Ahmed. You just have a look at that run out in a short bit again. Run out of Justin Graves. Imlach gets one this time. Athanaze joins him. And the man issuing the run out was Mohammad Naeem Sheikh, the man who scored a century today. So 156 for the loss of 4. This is a tricky position now for the West Indies A team. But the real challenge is Imlach, as this one peels off the outside edge. Slip fielder not being able to collect cleanly, and they are through for a single. Athanaze is off and running.
I think with the loss of these 2 quick wickets, I think it is safe to say that the pendulum has really swung in the direction of the Bangladesh team.
Number of these wicketkeeper batsmen, and I always say it, busy. And you can see him like as soon as he shot the ball, he's looking for runs. Dinesh Ramdin did that well. Carlton Ball. Even Josh Silver now does a lot. Tevin Imlach. Taking that single. Important that. It's about 4:39 p.m. in the afternoon here in Brusile. Indies now with a quick single, a direct hit, and umpire Tuckett says not out.
He was clearly in. A good aggressive running by this though.
Putting pressure on the fielders, and the fielders standing up as well, doing good work there, issuing the direct hit. Good cricket all around. At the end of 35, it's 159 for 4.
So the rate now is hitting close to 8. Certainly starting to be a bit of concern for the West Indies. And the loss of 2 set batsmen is now for Tevin Imlach and Alec Athanaze to look to put in a partnership.
Well, it's similar to what we saw in the Bangladesh innings. Bangladesh 162 for 2, and then they jumped to 162 for 4. So similar to what we saw in that innings, Greaves and Bishop falling in quick succession. It's like what we saw Sheikh and Mithun in the Bangladesh innings. They're really running the singles hard, these 2 batsmen. It's at this point where the Bangladeshis, they were 168 for 4. So they were just ahead by 8 runs. That's a quick one there from Mugdho. Another short delivery, and a wide signal by the umpire.
So I thought the batsman Imlach stand his ground, and you could have seen clearly the ball went way over.
Good delivery, cramping Imlach for looking to take him on there, Imlach. But Mugdho was equal to the task. He was better, quicker at that one. Mukhidul Islam Mugdho would have made his T20 debut for Bangladesh Krira Shika Pratishthan in 2018-2019 Dhaka Premier Division T20 Cricket League in 2019. And he would have made his list day debut for the set team in the Dhaka Premier Division Cricket League. Black looking again for a single, so pressure on the West Indies A batsmen as we speak. And his first class debut would have been for Rangpur Division in the 2019-2020 National Cricket League. And surprisingly, in February of 2021, he was selected in the Bangladesh Emerging Squad Home Series against the Ireland Wolves. And in April of that year, he was named in the Bangladesh's preliminary test squad for the series against Sri Lanka. This guy has some talent, Mukhidul Mugdho. And he's bowled him. Speaking about him and his talent, there he is castling that man Tevin Imlach.
It's a good delivery there by Mukhidul. Pulling straight at the wicket. You miss, I hit. And certainly the West Indies team are starting to feel the pressure. Imlach going across the line on this occasion and was comprehensively bowled. So certainly you could see the body language of the Bangladesh team. They certainly feel that they have this one in the bag.
A poor choice of shot there from Tevin Imlach, you have to say, Greg Wilson. I don't think that was the shot for the situation, especially, with the ball that was served up as well. It was a straight delivery. Maybe playing it back to the bowler, playing it back past the bowler was a better decision that should have been made. But in the end, the decision had already been made to go over deep mid-wicket or over mid-on's head. And Imlach, he has to go for 2.
So the West Indies now losing the 5th wicket. Equation now 117 off what, 86 deliveries. 85, so.
Yes, Shamar Springer will join the Alec Athanaze. Shamar Springer can bat. Would have left that one alone into the gloves of Xhaka at the end of 36 and 161 for the loss of 5. And Athanaze, he's on 3. And Shamar Springer, he's yet to get off the mark after just facing 1 delivery.
Yeah, good over completed by Mukido, conceding 2 runs, most importantly, picking up the wicket of Imlach. So the West Indies team now with a rate of over 8 and over, it's gonna take a bit of getting if they are to cross that 278 run that is required to win.
Yes, and it's gonna be the spin of Rakibul Hassan for the next over. He's bowled 8. And in his 8 overs, he's conceded 37. Good news coming out of England from Southampton in the 100 men's competition. Andrew Russell playing for the Manchester Originals. He would have contributed to a 188 for 3 first innings total. He would have made 64 not out of 23 deliveries. And in his bowling, he would have had 1 for 7. So he would have had a man of the match performance out there in Southampton. Athanaze will want to put up a man of the match performance if he can win this game for the West Indies A team. Want to do something of similar stature. Short cutaway, that's for Athanaze with his first boundary of the afternoon.
Yes, good shot there by Athanaze. Rakibul on this occasion just short outside the off stump. Give Athanaze enough room to free his arms and bisected the 2 fielders beautifully down to the extra cover boundary for 4. So West Indies would need a few more.
Loud appeal for leg before, and he's given. Rakibul strikes Athanaze, the man to go. That looked as though it would have been.
This was and certainly good decision there. Athanaze does not look pleased with the decision, but having the advantage of the ray, we could say certainly it was a good decision by the umpire.
You just struck Rakibul Hassan for a boundary, a short delivery outside the off stump. It was obvious that he was going to alter the line, alter the length. He was going to get it in full, Greg Wilson. And there you go, pulling out the good old sweep. Was too full to be sweeping.
Certainly. And he paid the price. So West Indies now losing their sixth wicket with 165 on the board. And suddenly it looks like a serious uphill task for the West Indies now.
Yeah, what looked to be a solid platform from Josh Da Silva and Tejnarain Chanderpaul now looks to be the West Indies staring down the barrel of defeat. But we'll have to wait and see. 165 for the loss of 6. Brian Charles comes out to the middle. He's no mug with the bat as well, Charles and Springer. But we're into the bowlers now. Springer is an all-rounder. Charles would consider himself an all-rounder as well. But we're basically into the bowlers now, Greg Wilson.
Yes, certainly we are.
And exciting times for Rocky Bull as he runs away.
That was a picture of a delivery. What a delivery to face. First ball, Brian Charles.
Ali is very vocal now, Rocky Bull Hassan. He's enjoying himself. Watchful there, Charles, as the over comes to an end. An excellent one there from Rocky Bull Hassan. 165 for the loss of 6.
Yes, one bad delivery where he got spanked. But West Indies certainly struggling after a good contribution from Tishnarish and Paul getting 38 off 61 and De Silva 68 from 79. Teddy Bishop had a good enough start, some 31 runs, and really gave it away. And Justin Greaves run out, and then we're just in a flurry of wickets going down for the West Indies team.
Yeah, flurry of wickets indeed. Last 3 batsmen there, Graves, Zimlach and Athanaze, not really helping the cause of the West Indies team today. And looks as though Ahmed is going to come into the attack, side Khalid Ahmed. It is side Khalid Ahmed. And the Bangladesh team, having gotten into this position, they would want to look to close off this game as quickly as possible. And he's bowled him! Khalid Saeed Ahmed sneaks through the defences of Shamar Springer. And the middle stump goes back, is it? But I know for sure that Shamar Springer is going back.
Yes, quick delivery there. By Khalid, this one really. He was beaten for pace. And could you imagine the ball has travelled past the 30-yard circle?
Well, the stumps as well has been broken. The umpire, Carl Tuckett, is signalling to the groundsman for another stump. Well.
Certainly a quick delivery there.
লাইভ খেলা দেখার জন্য চ্যানেলটি সাবস্ক্রাইব করুন।
And Ahmed being introduced into the attack from the Kaimushi end and immediately has gotten success.
সবাই মিলে সাবস্ক্রাইব করি লাইভ
He's
খেলাটি
been
দেখার
chopping
জন্য।
and changing his ends to see if he can get some success. And well, he's had it now.
87 জন সবাই মিলে খেলা দেখতে
Who is that coming out there now? Is it Anderson Phillip? Yes, it's Anderson Phillip. Who is going to join Brian Charles?
10 নম্বর লাইক
The stump has been chipped.
সবাই মিলে
And there's
একটা
good
লাইক
old
দিয়ে
Jonas.
দিই এবং চ্যানেলটি সাবস্ক্রাইব করে
Joni
লাইভ খেলা
is
উপভোগ
going
করি।
out to the middle to carry a stump. And Joe with the stump. Good guy, Jonas.
Yeah.
77
He's
জন
been kind to us.
খেলা দেখতেছে।
The media team. And he's having a good laugh with one of the Bangladesh fielders as well. There's good old Joe. Running off gingerly, but safely.
লাইভ খেলা দেখার জন্য সবাই চ্যানেলটা সাবস্ক্রাইব করি।
It's Anderson Phillip who has joined
11টি লাইক ইতিমধ্যে হয়ে গেছে আমাদের চ্যানেলের।
Bit too much to ask of the low order batsman, Greg.
I would say so.
78 বলে 113 রানের দরকার ওয়েস্ট ইন্ডিজের দলের।
And Phillip stylishly leaves this one into the gloves of Jaka Alianik.
70 জনের খেলা লাইভ দেখতেছে 11টি লাইক হয়ে গেছে ইতিমধ্যে 12টি লাইক।
But still enough runs for
সবাই চ্যানেলটা
the batsman
সাবস্ক্রাইব
to
করি
get at least 30-40 runs under
লাইভ
the
ম্যাচ
belt.
উপভোগ করি 72 জনে লাইভ দেখতেছে এখন 74 জন লাইভে আছে বল করতেছে খালেদ আহমেদ
Oh, that's a peach of a
অসাধারণ একটা
delivery.
আউটসুইং বল
Yes, that was a beauty. And like they would say, perhaps a better batsman may have nicked this one.
Well,
সবাই চ্যানেলটা
I
সাবস্ক্রাইব
don't think
করি
Anderson Phillip will
লাইভ
really
ম্যাচ
hear you saying
উপভোগ
that
করার
one
জন্য
there, Greg.
Well, Anderson Phillip
আমাদের
is coming
সাথে
up.
থাকুন চ্যানেলটি সাবস্ক্রাইব
He
করে
would say,
আমাদের
Greg,
সাথেই
but
থাকুন
I'm a good
লাইভ
player.
ম্যাচ দেখার জন্য
But certainly it was a pitch of a
Yeah,
delivery.
excellent.
Really squared him up. And immediately a slip. It's been positioned.
অসাধারণ
That's
বল
a good
করতেছে
move
আজকে
by Mohammad
খালেদ
Batul.
আহমেদ 36 রান দিয়ে একটি উইকেট জয়লাভ করে
Tightly in defense there, Anderson Phillip, as he works it into the onside for one.
সবাই চ্যানেলটি
Certainly has
সাবস্ক্রাইব
gotten
করে
out the back.
আমাদের সাথেই থাকুন এবং উপভোগ করুন বাংলাদেশ বনাম ওয়েস্ট ইন্ডিজ দলের দ্বিতীয় ওডিআই ম্যাচ
Brings Charles on the strike.
ওয়েস্ট ইন্ডিজ এই দলের জয়ের জন্য আর 112 রানের প্রয়োজন 13টি লাইক হয়ে গেছে আমাদের চ্যানেলের
Charles, speaking about his
সবাই একটি
batting
একটি করে
prowess
লাইক
there,
দিই
as a
এবং
above the
চ্যানেলটি সাবস্ক্রাইব
groundsman as
করি
well. Speaking about Charles' batting prowess, 322 first-class runs, 32 matches. And Charles now is off and running as well. One more delivery to go in the over.
এখন
It's
লাইভ ম্যাচটাকে উপভোগ
167
করতেছে
for the loss of 7.
সবাই মিলে চ্যানেলটি সাবস্ক্রাইব
It's a
করি
long
লাইভ
way
ম্যাচ
away
উপভোগ
from
করার
over.
জন্য আপনারা দেখতেছেন বাংলাদেশ
This game
ওয়েস্ট ইন্ডিজ দলের দ্বিতীয়
is
ওডিআই
now
ম্যাচ
approaching the off 5 p.m.
বিষয়ের একদম প্রান্ত বললেই চলে বাংলাদেশের দল ওয়েস্ট ইন্ডিজ দলের জয়ের জন্য আর 112 রানের প্রয়োজন হাতে আছে 3টি উইকেট 74 বলে 112 রান দরকার ওয়েস্ট ইন্ডিজ দলের
Handled it well there, Anderson Phillip.
বল করতেছে
And
খালেদ
the over,
আহমেদ
167 for the loss of
বিপদ
7.
রান রেট
Certainly Khalid is
9.8
just serving a dose of his own medicine. He did handle that short
74 বল
ball
112 রানের
very
দরকার
well. And Khalid Ahmed
বাংলাদেশের
continuing
দরকার
to
3টি
bowl well.
উইকেট
Picked up the wicket of
আমরা
Springer.
চ্যানেলটা সাবস্ক্রাইব করি
The
এবং
West
একটা করে
Indies
লাইক দিয়ে যাই
with the daunting task of 111 of 72 deliveries. But importantly, only 3 wickets in hand. And with no real top order batters at the crease, it's always going to be difficult for the West Indies. It means that those batters really have to play out of their skins.
And no one really carried on to play a 9 shake sort of innings, Greg. I mean, he didn't carry on to bat through the innings, but at least he was able to get a big 100.
বল
And
করতেছেন
that would have
রকিবুল হাসান
contributed to his team getting up.
And certainly Captain De Silva was poised to get 100.
Yeah, and he gave it away. This one played in the air by Charles. He will get 2.
3টি উইকেটের প্রয়োজন বাংলাদেশের দলের আজকে
The reach of
এই
the
ম্যাচটা
mid-wicket
জয়লাভ
fielder.
করলে কে কে সমতায় আসবে দল হারে ওয়েস্ট ইন্ডিজ দলের বিপক্ষে এটি 3 ম্যাচ ওডিআই সিরিজের দ্বিতীয় ম্যাচ
He'd want to get another wicket or 2 in this final over of his. Had 1 in the first game. Now 1 in the second.
71 বলে 109 রানের প্রয়োজন ওয়েস্ট ইন্ডিজ দলের
Charles playing the
বাংলাদেশের
situation
দরকার
well.
3টি উইকেট অসাধারণ বল করতেছে রকিবুল হাসান
Do you think these guys still feel they can get that 109 runs, Greg Wilson? This one played in the air, down to long on. Charles looking to take on Rocky Bull.
I think once you see yourself as a batsman, you always believe that you're going to get whatever runs once it is mathematically possible.
And it is possible. Don't see why
সবাই লাইক
it is
দিয়ে এবং
not.
চ্যানেলটি সাবস্ক্রাইব করে আমাদের সাথেই থাকুন এবং উপভোগ করুন বাংলাদেশের দল বনাম ওয়েস্ট ইন্ডিজের দলের দ্বিতীয় ওডিআই ম্যাচ।
And nowadays, once bowlers have a bat in hand, they also always see themselves as a batter. So, I believe that they do have the pedigree and get close enough to the score, if not overhaul it. But this is a tall order for sure.
Philip just defending that one into the onside. No run at the end of 39 is 170 for 7.
Yes, the very slow going there by this two, and really the bowling has been tight. Rocky Bull certainly would have enjoyed his spell. Did bowl well enough to have picked up a few more wickets, but he would be pleased with his effort of his 10 and only conceding 44.
So 108 from 66, the final 11 overs to get 108. We've seen teams done it, but they have been in a better position to do it. So we'll have to wait and see what the West Indies A team can pull off. Yeah, or if the Bangladesh A team can just put the death rattle on the West Indies A team. Short, and is he gone? No, he's not. Coming off the helmet. The testing out the helmet there is Khalid Syed Ahmed.
But certainly a quick delivery there by
Maybe we can have
Khalid.
a closer look at that again.
আপনারা উপভোগ করতেছেন বাংলাদেশের দল বনাম ওয়েস্ট ইন্ডিজের দলের সেকেন্ড ওডিআই ম্যাচ। অসাধারণভাবে করতেছে খালেদ আহমেদ। সবাই চ্যানেলটি সাবস্ক্রাইব করে এবং একটা করে লাইক করে।
This may be off the shoulder. This one though, off the middle of the bat for 4.
Sounded sweet out there. Certainly that was a shot of authority there. As a bowler, he has bounced the previous deliveries and certainly was anticipating another short pitch ball, and he was onto this one in a flash. Good execution there, and one would just anticipate what the response of Khalid Ahmed would be.
I think he's going to dig it in short again. Or maybe he's going to bowl it right up into the block hole. Yorker length. Let's see.
Might just be a double bluff there, sending the man out on.
This time, Charles goes big, and it goes all the way for 4. That's some connection there from Brian Charles. And he is turning it on now, Greg Wilson.
Yes, certainly they are taking the attack to the Ahmed, realizing that the overs are running out. We're into the 40th over, and with 100 plus runs still required, they decide that they need to up the ante.
This time, Charles getting a single. $179 for the loss of 7. 99 now to get from 62. Played there by Philip. If they can get this would be some doing from the West Indies. See Raju Raman Raja warming up at third man. Maybe he'll be coming into the attack from this end, from the media center end. Well, Anderson Phillip with a lovely straight drive for four. Uppish, but safe.
Yes, with mid on, mid off, up. Ball picked up by Khalid Ahmed. Playing the lofted drive. Just 2 bounce over the rope. Safe shot. So good productive over there for West Indies. Some 13 runs coming off the last over there of Khalid Ahmed.
Good going by Charles and Philip. Making something out of the game here now. They're bringing West Indies closer.
Certainly.
Bangladesh, though, they want to pin all the nails that are remaining in the coffin of the West Indies as quickly as possible. And Soumya Sarkar is going to be given an opportunity. He would have come in the last game and struck a big blow as well in the loan over that he had been given. So he's now looking to come in and do the same.
Of 60. Game on.
Game on, Greg Wilson. Game on.
These two just need to bat perhaps another 5 overs or so. Get this score much closer.
They're looking good out there in the middle, I can tell you that much. Hitting the ball clean.
Yes, certainly the 2 shots we have seen from Brian Charles came from the middle of the bat, and that lofted drive from Anderson Phillip, it looked good.
Charles turning this one down to long on, looking for 2, but they'll have to settle for 1. Anderson Phillip, who has a first-class average of 11.52. In 19 first-class games, he has struck 242 runs. Charles, whose average is just about 8.47. Well, Anderson Phillip was going for a big shot. Missed out.
I think good offer. Looking to go straight down.
I don't think these guys are going to die wondering, Greg Wilson. They're going to go for it.
Why not?
Oh, lovely shot. Getting one there, Anderson Phillip, turning the strike over.
More so batting from the players' pavilion end, you'll be hitting with the wind. So certainly they could fancy their chances of hitting the ball. And once you get the elevation, it will travel.
Slow delivery there from Soumya Sarkar, not giving Charles any pace to work with.
So Saka certainly mixing things up, not being too predictable.
Whipped away. Can hear the cries of 2-2-2 from the groundsmen. And the supporters on the Johnson Charles end. Johnson Charles stand, but Charles will just have to earn himself one. Philip looking to take on the short delivery. Thought that he should have been uppercutting that one over backward point and third man. But the over comes to an end. 41 overs bowled. 93 required from 54 deliveries. And it is 185 for the loss of 7. 186, sorry, for the loss of 7. Khalid Ahmed might be continuing from that far end. The Players' Pavilion end or the Kaimaji end. Actually, it's not going to be Khalid Said Ahmed. It's going to be Riju Rahman Raja. Riju Rahman Raja, whose delivery is skid on. So it's going to come on a bit quickly onto Brian Charles and Anderson Phillip. And Charles is pointing out the gaps at the moment. Swordman. Riju Rahman Raja in his 7 overs bowled, he would have had 2 for 31. Would have looked good. And he would have picked up, he would have started things off for the Bangladeshis. Would have picked up the first 2 wickets. That of Tejanarayan Chanderpaul, bowled off an inside edge. And then Josh De Silva, who was caught by Shaka Ali Anik, looking to play a delivery down to third man, taking the outside edge into his gloves. Charles smashing this one. 2 mid off. 1 to the total. After 41 overs, Bangladesh A was 206 for 4. So they are well behind here, the West Indies A team. These guys are not giving up. Looking to slash at that one hard there. Maybe looking to overhit the ball there, Anderson Phillip. But again, he's going to look to go for the big ones. Both him and Charles. I think the Bangladeshis don't need to try too much things. Just need to keep it straight, keep it tight. Because if they are to go for the big ones and they miss, you're going to hit. Just like that. Keep it straight. Look to find those deliveries into the toes of the batsmen. And surprise them with the odd short delivery at times. There's some spice from Riju Rahman Raja. It's a good short delivery. It was warned 1 for the over. And Greg Wilson has just ran down the stairs where his local breadfruit tree was to ensure that his breadfruit was still on the tree. But when he went, he told me that he only found half of the breadfruit. was sliced off. The person that took half left half for him on the tree. Greg?
That's a very good thief. At least they left half for me.
So Philip at the moment, not looking to leave anything for the Bangladeshis. Goes high and hard over mid-off for 4.
There's top shot there by Anderson Phillip, hitting this one on the up. And just clearing the man at the mid-off region down to the boundary for 4. So certainly still continuing to take the attack to the Bangladesh team.
Yeah, didn't get just a single in the first delivery of this over from Brian Charles, and since then it has all been Anderson Phillip in this over, facing 3-up deliveries and now striking a boundary, a welcome boundary. Some changes being made to the field now. The fine leg fielder coming up inside the circle. That's Soumya Saka. And this is a massive hit, but dropping just inside of the ropes, and it goes for another boundary, consecutive boundaries of the bat of Anderson Phillip.
Yes, so Anderson Phillip certainly has taken the attack to Raja in this over. Certainly he's signaling his intention. He's not going to go down just wandering. And a good sign, but the required rate now has jumped over 10. So 83 of 48 deliveries.
And they're making something out of this, Greg Wilson. And not going down dying, wondering. They're fighting this game. Anderson Phillip and Brian Charles.
Well, they certainly need to fire at both ends. Cannot be just Anderson Phillip. Charles will need to play his part as well.
A good delivery though. Cannot get under that ball.
Yes, good ball there by Saka. Bowling full. It's difficult to hit those deliveries out of the park.
This one, a full toss, wide outside the off stump. Charles was looking to meet it, and all he was able to do was play it out to cover. Gets one. That won't help the cause though.
So Saka clearly has signaled his intention to bowl the ball full and wide. So the batsmen need to perhaps step across, get closer, but outside the off stump, try something different.
Or too wide this time, is it? Yes, too wide. But Tuckett signals the extra, and Saka smiles.
So Saka saw the initial movement by Phillips to go outside the off stump and decide to go wider, but was penalized on this occasion.
Oh, threw the shot too early there. Slower delivery.
And he has used those slower balls to good effect. So certainly mixing things up. And the required width is quickly approaching 11.
Good shot. Getting that one right up there again. But Phillip waited nicely, got into position and whipped it. Was able to pick up one rather than it being a dot delivery.
So good tap bowling there by Saka. Really not giving the batters anything to really get under.
Saka has been known for bowling good at the death. And just about speaking about that, he bowls up a wide delivery. And if we remember well, a couple of years ago, when Dinesh Karthik would have destroyed Soumya Sarkar in the final of the ICC Trophy against Bangladesh to hit a final ball 6 to win a game, Sarkar would have been distraught after Karthik would have dealt with him severely. That's in 2017-2018. That was the Niederhaas T20 Tri-Series in Colombo. This one put away on the onside for 1. Charles looking for 2, not 1.
The end of a good over there by Sam. Only conceding some 4 runs. 3 of them turn out wide. Only 5 runs of the overs. So the West Indies has brought up the 200. It's a good effort. But they would want to get the remaining 74 runs. 78 runs, sorry. But it's going to be a daunting task, no doubt. The required weight has gone up to 11.
2 for Raja, 2 for Mugdo, and 1 apiece for Khalid Saeed Ahmed and Rakibul Hassan in there. Raja continuing from the Kaima end.
সবাই লাইভ ম্যাচ উপভোগ করার জন্য চ্যানেলটা সাবস্ক্রাইব করুন।
It's about 7 overs to go. Well, 6 after this. 78 runs needed. They need a couple of lusty blows here, the West Indies A team. Well, some like that. But he finds the fielder and he spills it. And that's Sabir Rahman of all people who has put that catch down.
I think he's smiling but not satisfied with his performance there at all. That ball set up in the air long enough to have given him enough time to run in to take the catch, and the ball did fall into his hands, in and out.
He didn't have to move much at all. Charles finding it, and he didn't accept it. Stifled appeal for caught behind, not out, says umpire Butler. Philip looking to take on the short pitch bowling.
With the ball outside the off stump, perhaps Phillips should look to hit the ball uppercut over the man at the backward point. But instead looking to drag one from way outside the off stump. Should be signal wide.
Actually, just signal 1 for the over.
But Philip was in a standing position and the ball looked like it went overhead. So the rate has gone up to 12 now. So it's becoming very difficult now for the West Indies.
Again, a delivery outside the off stump. Philip making a bit too much room there. Cannot access the ball that was so wide outside the off stump. And he's looking to tug it on the onside.
Certainly with the pace of Raja, if Philip could get enough bat onto this, I'm certain the ball could travel easily, hitting with the wind. So this is something that Philip should have been mindful of.
Again, short. And that ends the over. At the end of it, 201 for 7. And just 1 run in the over.
Well, good use of the short ball there by Raja. Certainly a number of short deliveries outside the off stump to Philip. Played at it a couple times, but did miss on every occasion. And perhaps he would be best advised that the balls that are outside the off stump to perhaps look to cut in that direction instead of looking to play the cross-batted shot, which clearly he will not have full control over, and more so, he'll be hitting in the wind.
Yeah, I totally agree with what you're saying there, Greg. And we're seeing that Mithun is sticking with Soumya Saka, who hasn't bowled badly.
He has bowled well, really bowling as full a length as possible, really not giving the batters the luxury of getting under, whereas Raja in the other end is peppering them with the short deliveries.
Charles looking to pull, not getting as much contact or solid contact as he would have wanted, and settling for 1. And Phillips goes high, he gets height, no distance, and he's gone. He finds the fielder at a deep mid-wicket, or actually at a cow corner, and he has to go Anderson Phillip after he played a good hand. A little cameo of 50 of 22, but it has been a little too much for him to do on his own. Charles was trying as well, but it's now 202 for the loss of 8. Here's that dismissal again.
It looked like the ball came up the bottom of the bat. Like I said, there was elevation, but not the distance that would have required. But certainly it was a daunting task there for Philip. Certainly need to play a big hand, and certainly was not successful at his attempt. So Saka finally picking up a wicket.